So my son-in-law just told me he's got 2 pair of vintage Infinity speakers. Is that what they are?
Yeah, they're
Infinity
Infinities.
speakers.
Yep.
Downstairs. So we're gonna go take a look at them.
Yeah.
My brother's going down the drain. My sister's living the dream. But everybody's singing along. It's okay, we'll all soon be gone. Hey, what's the matter with the bride?
All right, I'm here with my son-in-law Bailey. Bailey, where'd you get these awesome vintage Infinity speakers?
I got these from my father.
Yeah.
Yeah. Passed down.
When
yeah.
did he have them? How long ago?
Oh, he's had them forever.
90s, 80s?
Probably 80s. Yeah.
All
For
right.
sure, probably 80s. Yeah.
And you have not 1 but 2 pair of these Infinity speakers, right?
Yep.
All right, so we're gonna take a look at them. I think this is the last. This is like the best kept Infinity vintage speaker out there because everybody's into the 70s stuff. We're gonna take a look at some 80s stuff. What model is this? This is the SM12. What do we got? This looks like about a 10-inch woofer. These look older than the ones behind us. Got a mid-range. I've never seen a mid-range like this before. 1-inch soft dome polycell, high output. And then we have high frequency level. All the way down and then all the way up. These are, so we need to look these up and see what vintage they are. And these are ported on the bottom. You said the reason why you got those is because your sister didn't want them?
Yeah, my sister didn't want them. Yep. She was tired of them in the basement.
Were they just too big?
Yeah, they were too big for her house. And she was moving back up to Omaha.
All right, Infinity SM112. All right, someone in 2009 had an opportunity to buy them for $80. I want to get the specs on them. Oh, okay. I read a few reviews and the base was one of the low points. Okay, I saw they had a $650 MSRP. I want to know. So $650 when those were new, and that's probably in the 80s. Let's see if we can find out when they were made. So 1990. Man, those look older than 1990. Oh, okay. I guess apparently they have a bad rap. I've read many review on these and I am baffled by the bad rap these monsters receive. Unsure as to the setups people have, but personally, when I expect great sonic results of connecting those to home theater setup era. These things sound great on old 1970s receivers, which I kind of think everything sounds better on old 1970s receivers. Run the 112s on Sansui Techniques, Pioneer receivers, and integrated amps, blah, blah, blah. The highs can be a bit overdone, but, I mean, you have, like, a treble mod in there. Tweeter control helps a lot, but the reflectiveness of the room is made, oh, of course, all right. As to the boomy bass, I added some polyfill to the cabinets and made small risers for them to decouple the speakers and blah, blah, blah. If anybody has any experience with the Infinity SM112s, please put it in the comments. So was your dad into hi-fi? I mean, did he have a lot of cool stuff?
I would say so, yeah.
Is that receiver your dad's too? From your dad's?
It is, but it is not. I believe he had a different setup when he was running these in his old house.
Where did that come from?
That one did come from Dad. Yeah.
Okay, so this is a Harman Kardon. All right, so we have Harman Kardon AVR 235. We got to figure out the vintage of this too. It's got a cool kind of LED on the volume knob, which is actually, it's a nice touch. But we're saving the best for last. You got to check out these other Infinity speakers, which you have them as rears. I really think you should change them to the fronts. We're going to completely redesign your system, Bailey.
Okay, let's do it.
One of my guys, he's got his own channel too. Anyway, he used to work for Harman, so he knows everything about Harman. All right, we got one on eBay. Okay, $120, so it can't be that great, but it's something. Vintage receivers, so from like probably 1970 to 82 is like widely known as, or kind of accepted as like the golden era of receivers. So as soon as they started getting into like multi-channel receivers, they weren't nearly as good. Let's take a look at the big boys in the back.
Everybody out in the world, stop messing around. Calling all you freaks and nerds, you're just missing what you want. My brother's going down the drain, my sister's living the dream, but everybody's singing along. It's okay, we'll all soon be gone. Hey, what's the matter?
It's got to be a 12-inch. Feels like paper cone woofer, probably a 4-inch mid-range. 1-inch, looks like the same tweeter. But on this one, you have a treble mod and you have a mid-range mod here. So that must be for the mid-range driver, obviously. It's got these going straight up. Very nice. I'm wondering if this is real wood veneer. Do the corners ever come up on these as far as like roll up?
I don't think so.
All right, maybe it is real wood veneer. The other one. Can I pull these out from the wall?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, these got a big old port on the bottom too. These aren't super heavy. But this is like the style of speaker that I remember. And I couldn't afford speakers like this. But these were speakers that I aspired to afford. SM125s. I'm trying to make my son-in-law into an audiophile. So we're going to have to get... But these speakers actually sound really, really, really good. But you have really no center channel. So we're going to get you a center channel.
Yep.
This comes from a 2009 post. Are the Infinity SM125 any good? I can get a pair of these used for $200. Let's see what people say. It says the SM series is very efficient and have decent frequency response for the price. You won't be making a bad deal at all. Now, the 125s, they look nice. Hi-Fi engine. Let's see what they have to say. 125s, 1996 to 98. Okay, so they do look a heck of a lot newer than the 112s. Three-way frequency response, 32 hertz up to 27,000 hertz. 8 ohms. Sensitivity, 100 dB. So this reminds me kind of like a poor man's JBL, what is it, L100? 112-inch woofer, 4.5-inch mid-range, 1 1-inch tweeter. Dimensions, 35 inches tall. Okay, 12 inches deep. I think they sound really, really good. Let's see if they're for sale anywhere. I would spend $300 on these. They're going for 400 euros somewhere overseas. They sell re-foam kits on Amazon. That's cool. To me, this is a typical 90s fun, very dynamic speaker. A little bit sizzly on top, but the cool thing is they have the treble mod and they have the mid-range mod. I don't know why anybody wouldn't want to pick these up if they could find them for, I don't know, $200-300 a pair. I know there's a bunch of ADS folks out there that love their speaker, but these to me kind of feel like a Sherwin Vega vibe, but maybe kind of like the poor man's Sherwin Vega. Maybe a step up from Kenwood. I don't know. Put it in the comments. I never had these, but this is exactly the type of speaker that I would have bought. And you have 2 3-way, basically floor standing speakers in here. Mm-hmm. And he's using the 125s as rears. So I might get him to switch them out. Put the big ones up front and the littler ones in the back. But really cool system.